Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing Liam's 2 and 3 month update. Today he is 3 months and about to be 3 days. It's it's about 3 hours shy to midnight here. So let's see. I'm not sure if I mentioned in my last video that it turns out that Liam has a cow's milk allergy. He was supplementing. I'm sorry, I'm on a yoga bouncing ball as a chair. So if I'm moving around, that's why. He has a cow's milk allergy. He was supplementing on formula. So he was breastfed half the time, formula fed the other half, and he was using Enfamil Newborn. And if I look over, so I'm looking at my notes, I started noticing that he had his gas smelled really bad, and it was just constant, and you could tell it was painful after a while. So I said the formula is definitely giving it to him. And so I tried switching him to Gerber Gentle, Gerber Soothe, Enfamil Gentle Ease, and none of that worked. And then right when I was about to just completely switch him to Enfamil Nutramigen, I think that's how you say it, which is for babies that are both have cow's milk allergy, lactose intolerant, and soy allergy, because most of the time babies who have a cow's milk allergy will have a soy milk allergy as well. Well, right before I was about to switch him to that, my mother decided that she wanted to try Enfamil Pro-Sobe, which is soy-based, and it worked. So I was really glad about that, because I heard, at least from friends and just online, babies don't really like the Nutramigen. I'm guessing the flavor's probably really horrible, and he likes the soy milk, so he's supplementing on that. He was, in case you guys want to know more details as well, he had really, really terrible diarrhea. You know, when they're newborns, they usually have diarrhea consistency when they go to the bathroom. Well, it never stopped, and it was constant blowouts, and again, smelly, and it looked really painful when he was going to the bathroom. So that was my sign. As far as breastfeeding goes, I cut out cow's milk from my diet. I don't drink a lot of milk as is, so to cut it out completely from my diet is even worse for me as far as my health. So the doctor definitely his pediatrician said that I needed to take, oh my gosh, I'm losing thought, that I needed to take calcium supplement pills. So I'm on supplement pills for that, and I'm still taking my prenatals, and I switched from cow's milk to soy milk, which I don't like. I always have to mix it with, what I usually do is I'll make a smoothie or a shake. Excuse me, I'm sick. I'm getting over a sickness. And I still don't have a lot of it, because again, I'm not that big of a milk person, and to be honest, I have hypothyroid, and if I have a lot of calcium and a lot of soy, that makes my thyroid even worse. Let's see, what else? My breast milk supply is extremely low. Probably a lot of moms at this point wouldn't even breastfeed. I used to make, the most I made was a total of 8 ounces, I believe. So 4 from each breast. And then it went down to 2 from each breast, so a total of 4. And now, to be honest with you, I haven't pumped in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, because I'm afraid to find out how low it's been. And the reason I know it's so low is because he's not on the breast that long, and I just don't feel a letdown. I feel a letdown every day when I breastfeed, but not at every feeding. And he gets off the breast quick, and it's not that he doesn't want the breast, because he prefers the breast. He has always wanted to nurse more than he's ever wanted to bottle feed or wanted formula. So it's just, I'm just not getting any more breast milk, and I'm afraid I'm making maybe 1 to 2 ounces total now, which is horrible, and I feel horrible. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like what started this whole thing was what I did for a week a while back. I left him at my mother's for long periods of time in the day, and I did not have a breast pump. Didn't have a breast pump, and I was not pumping, so I would leave for about 8 hours in the day, and he would be on formula, and I wouldn't be pumping, so I guess my breasts were getting the signal that he wasn't feeding. And I didn't leave him for 8 hours each day, but it was enough days out of that week that I guess completely messed up my milk supply. So, and I know it can't be just based off of 1 week, so I know other factors had to have been part of it, but as far as what I might have done to help cause my supply to go low, that's what it was. What else happened, I'm not sure. I freaked out, obviously, and I ended up buying the Medela Advanced breast pump, double electric breast pump. And when I bought it 2 or 3 weeks ago, that's when I saw that I was making like a total of 2 to 4 ounces from both breasts total. And then I decided, you know what? Instead of just pumping, what helped, because in the beginning, I don't know if you guys saw in my videos from the beginning, Liam would not breastfeed. He didn't want to latch, and so my milk supply was just going to waste, and I was super engorged all the time. And then when he started breastfeeding, I had to get my supply back up because it was starting to go down since I wasn't feeding. So what I did is I didn't have a pump. I never pumped. What I did is I constantly had him on the breast every time he wanted to feed. So I said, okay, I'm not going to touch the pump unless I know that I'm going to take him to my mother's, and that way she can have a backup there. Sorry. So at first when I bought the pump, I was pumping all the time, and that way when he woke up, he wouldn't have to supplement. He would have breast, and then instead of supplementing on formula, he couldn't have the milk that I had pumped. Well, that kind of was working out, but my milk supply was still kind of going down. It certainly wasn't going up. So I just kept him on the breast all this time, but unfortunately my way of doing it didn't work, and I feel like my supply has gone down even worse, if there's even hardly anything left. And I don't like, it really bothers me, especially after I just let it pump. I really don't want him to have to switch completely to formula, and that's pretty much almost all he's been having. I want to say that it's not a hopeless case. I've heard of worse situations where a mother wasn't producing anything, and then all of a sudden she's producing, and her baby's completely breastfed. If you guys have any tips, please let me know. I already know about drinking a lot of water. I already know I probably should pump. So I guess besides the obvious things, what else do you guys recommend? I think my question right now is, should I pump right after he's done breastfeeding? So right now he breastfeeds, and then I give him the rest in a bottle. And then let's say he goes to sleep, should I pump after that? Even though he's just breastfed, is my breast going to still produce something for me to pump? That's my question. Or should I just continue to just let him be on the breast and not even pump when he's asleep or after feedings? You know what I'm saying? So if you guys have any tips for that, please let me know. And by the way, I wanted to mention that I got a really good deal on my breast pump. It's brand new, sealed in the box, of course, and I only bought it for $170. If you guys know, they retail for about $300, and I bought it off of Craigslist. So if anybody doesn't want to pay full price for a pump, they're not very many, but there are people that are willing to sell it that cheap, brand new, sealed in the box, because they've gotten it as baby shower gifts and they already had one or whatnot. Okay, let's move on from that. Milestones, he laughs. He laughs. He laughs. He laughs a lot. His laugh is more pronounced. It's no longer just a smile and it's like he actually smiles and laughs. He's starting to learn to chuckle. He does return a smile if you smile at him, or he'll smile at you so that you return him one. He's starting to reach out and grab for things. He likes to grab onto my hair, or he'll cling to my clothes. And now that he loves his Fisher-Price Play Gem, the rainforest one, he tries to grab for things. He's not very successful yet, but sometimes I bring down one of the toys and I wrap it around his hand and his fingers, and he'll grasp it for a little while before he drops it. What else? And his Fisher-Price My Little Lamb swing, that's still his #1 favorite toy in the whole world. I bought him a crib mobile, and he still prefers the plain white sheep mobile on his My Little Lamb swing, and it's just a lifesaver. I mean, it's even to the point where he doesn't just want it during the day, but when he wakes up at 5 in the morning or earlier, he wants his swing. He'll sit there and stare from his co-sleeper, because I have a little co-sleeper next to my bed, next to my side of the bed. He will lay awake staring at the mobile in his swing, and in other words, please take me to my swing. So I think that's really cute. He doesn't use his bouncer, to be honest. He didn't really take to it. Sometimes when he's with my mom, he likes it, but he won't stay in it very long, and to be honest, I haven't put him in his bouncer for a while now. He's still getting used to his crib. Now that he's learning to entertain himself more by looking around in his room or wherever he's at, he's starting to stay in it just a little bit longer, but he still feels like it's too much space for him, so he'll cry, sooner than if you put him in his co-sleeper or in his swing. I also got him a dream catcher that is multicolored in really, really bright colors, and it has bright colored feathers on it as well, and I hung it on the ceiling fan. And forget mobiles, that's it for him. And I really suggest that you try putting something like that on a ceiling fan. The ceiling fan is one of his favorite things to look at, and then you get the colored dream catcher to go with it. He'll be entertained for a while. He loves mirrors. I put a mirror on his crib bumper, and he really likes that. One random thing that he stares at, if you liked my Facebook page, or if you've seen it, for my baby shower, I had a clothesline with onesies with each of his letters on it, and I hung that over his changing table, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't fuzz when I change his diaper as much, is because he'll sit there and stare at that, and I can't see what's amusing about it because it's not extremely bright colored or anything, but he likes it. Let's see. So guess what? He just now, at 3 months of age, grew out of newborn diapers. Yes. But the problem that I had is that the size 1s were too big, like extremely big. So the size 1s, regular Huggies, and Pampers Swaddlers were huge on him. But we found an in-between that is pretty comfortable but still slightly big, and those are the Huggies Little Snugglers. So that's what he's using right now, size 1 Huggies Little Snugglers. He's also just now outgrown his newborn clothes, and he does use 0 to 3, but only very few pieces fit him. So in my book, he kind of skipped 0 to 3, and he went straight from newborn to 3 months. So that's what he's wearing right now, and he's still wearing newborn pants though. He's extremely little in his legs, and I think that's one of the reasons why we had the issue with the diapers. He doesn't like Binkies anymore. He used to love his pacifier from the hospital. That was the only one he ever liked. And soon after, after 1 month, he really didn't use them anymore, and I tried to give him different ones because I bought like an entire collection of different ones. He doesn't like them anymore. And you know what? I guess that's a good thing. He coos a lot. He talks, and sometimes it even sounds like he's singing. And